All right, now we are back to this chair. I know it's been a while, but it's time to record a new episode about my attempt to create a CNC version of the Alvar Alto tank chair. Um, Over the years of making furniture, I realized that it's almost impossible to design a proper sitting position. So my recent chairs are all based on some popular chairs in terms of the posture. So what I want to copy from this chair is only the sitting position, not the looks, but the sitting feeling, because that's a good way to skip years of experimenting with the backrest angle and the length of the seat and other things like that. And also, chair proportions are very important and very hard to nail, at least for me. I'm not a designer or something, so I struggle making proportional chairs. That's why for my next chair I chose this one as an example, and also it sells well, and some people are charging a lot for it on Etsy. So the files will be available in my Patreon. As always, you can enter your dimensions and make those chairs and sell them wherever you want because the commercial license is included. So in the last episode, I decided that I will make a buck, and the base I will make from layered mm, wood, but it's actually a sign of me being lazy and being scared of learning upholstery. I just wanted to make simple pillows and put them here, but that's actually skipping part of the work. If I want to sell my chairs at this price, I want to learn upholstery. And of course, it hurts and I want to avoid it, but that's how it is. I have to do it. So I decided that I will just hide this one and start over, and I will try to make it upholstered. And if I fail, I will just bring the base to the upholstery service, and they will do it for me. I will just pay someone to do it for me. So the idea is in upholstery is that we just need to create a solid base that we can put foam on, and once we have the foam on, there's a simple process how we can transfer the shape into the sewing machine and stitch it. So I will not think about creating parametric plans for the patterns for the stitching. We will make it on the go. Hopefully I will be able to. So let's create a new sketch. Let's create a new object first. It will be a new seat, and I will create a sketch where I will just project those lines. I guess it should be like this, and I will fix them. Fix, fix. And so I already went to the store. I went through local stores, hardware stores, and I found some plywood suppliers and I found some wood. I got all the prices, and eventually I chose to buy two pine panels. They're 2 meters long and 600 millimeters wide. So I hope that the chair will fit in them. While in the store, I also grabbed some dowels, threaded rods, nuts, washers, and some angles to make the structure stronger. And I also grabbed two sticks of 300 by 500 mm pine that will be the cross braces. So I already measured everything with the caliper, and now I can use those dimensions in my design. So the thickness of the plywood is 17.25 mm. the stick, which is I have two kinds of sticks. One is 23 mm, and I will add a new variable called dowel diameter, dowel D, 10 millimeters. We also have the threaded rod, will be the 10 millimeters also, and I will have to add the cross brace width, and it will be 30 millimeters. And cross brace height millimeters 50. Okay, so let's start with the cross braces. So we will create a cross brace which is like this size, and then we will put it right here in the angle. We will need to remove several constraints to do that, and then constrain it like this. We will have another one here, and I was thinking how to deal with the angle. It's impossible uh, to align it with both angles, but for the upholstery we will need some surface here and some surface here. So what I will do is I will constrain this line and this angle, and then I will cut this with a saw, with a Japanese saw, to make them collinear. So I will have to cut this following something. I will just attach something here. This point should be also fixed. We'll have one here and one here. So this will be the pillow, the backrest, and we'll have one in the middle just to make sure that the foam doesn't sag here, because we will have no rubber belt there. And we will center this piece. I'll add a center line and make it symmetric. Now I will define the distance between this. 350. Okay, I need to switch this document into millimeters because we are in Brazil and it's a millimeter country, so it will make things simpler for us. I will need to fix this point as well. Okay, now everything is constrained, everything is black, so I can add a line here and a line here. And I also need to add some holes for the armrest attachment. they will be the threaded rod diameter plus 1 millimeter. And I will have a washer which is, I think it's 23 millimeters. And the sticks that I bought are also 23 millimeters, so I will be able to create plugs using those sticks. So I will need to actually move these procedures back in time so I can later grab this shape for these holes. Let me first create the base. So let's extrude this. Actually, no. First, we'll extrude the lower layer. So these parts will be made of the same plywood or panel that we use here. So the angle will be cut by a CNC machine, not by me. Although the cross braces I will cut manually because they only require specific length cut, and it's a 90-degree cut so that I can easily perform. So we want new body, plywood thickness, okay. Now we want to extrude again with an overlap. This time we'll extrude it plywood thickness with offset of plywood thickness. New body. Okay, this one should be without overlap. And then we will extrude again last time. Plywood thickness, plywood thickness. Although this time I'm not making the chair from plywood, the variables are still named that way. So we can remove the canvas, we can remove other parts and the sketch, and now we have a side profile that has an overlap. So we have an overlap that will be very strong. We will also have dowels there because the crossbars will be having dowels. And now we need to mirror it. So the distance is 431 and 25. That's not an even number. Let's see how we can get it from the formula, because ideally I want to know the formula for that length. Cushion width. We have, okay, we have the layers number. We don't need that anymore. Right now it's 19 inches, 20 inches, so I will just set it to 500 mm, and then I'll just keep the layers for now, but this is the cushion width. Okay, let's just update the seat design, the seat shape, because we still need it to see the actual chair uh, without the frame. But what I wanted to show you is that the reference that I'm using, the canvas, has a very weird shape of the seat, and as I checked the photos, I never seen that actual shape that we have on the reference. So I will ignore the reference seat shape and I will just make it relatively square. Same like on this. I think the original design was square, so I will dismiss that shape here. So we'll try to make something like this. Okay, for now let's leave it like this. Now I wanted to move the base construction earlier in time so we have it as a reference. Or wait, let's add the cross braces first. And I wanted to have a formula to calculate them. But maybe we don't need. Maybe I will just extrude them from the object to object. So one will be here, and one will be here. One here, one here, and one here. They will all go until this line with an offset of 2 plywood thicknesses. Here, so we have 2 plywood thicknesses, and we will need to create new bodies. Okay. So this corner I will just cut with the handsaw. I will just put something here or use this as a guide. Okay, now these steps need to go early, and then the armrests need to go later because okay, now we have the base designed before the armrests. I will show you. So this is the timeline, and as you can see, the base is present even before the armrest. So now we need to move the armrest, or we need to project somehow the armrest profile, the holes. Let me check all the sketches that we have. Okay, maybe I'll just drill the holes after the fact. So here we will use our seat profile, the new seat profile. To make the hole. And then this one we'll also use the seat profile. Okay, this is matching. Now the second one. Let's check if the width is correct. So we need to make it wider. Let's make it a little bit wider. Now we have the seat correct width, but the armrests are not that wide, but it's okay because their armrests are made from bent plywood, and here we have cut plywoods, cut wood, so the strength will be good, I hope. One thing I wanted to change is these squares, because I bought a round stick, so I will use it. We'll add a little bit of clearance. We have clearance? Yes, we have. And I want also those things here so I can align the item when I'm building it. So what we have now is a proper connection. Very strong, hopefully. I want to change the material color of the armrests because I will use pine for now, and it's better in the video to have it lighter. So this is what we should have after I assemble the CNC cuts. Now I want to add dowels. So each crossbeam will have two dowels going into this side. Okay, now we have all the dowels. Let's add them. These dowels will help to align the parts, not only glue, but also align cross beams. How deep? Let's go -2 plywood thicknesses. So like this, same same thickness as we go through, so they will be symmetrical. Okay. Now we want to mirror the feature, only this one, along the center. Okay. Let's double check. So we have, and to drill those dowels, I will create a jig separately. So I think this is it. I think we can move on to creating a CNC file next. So let's stop here, and in the next video I'm going to put this onto the layout and create a CNC file. See you in the next one. Cheers.